Hello and welcome to the Abundology podcast. My name is Renee Spears and I'm an abundance channeler and business mentor, and I help people be happy and have more money, love, time, and joy in their lives. I'm coming to you from a very hot downtown Portland, Oregon. It's supposed to be close to 100 today in Portland, which is really hot for us. So this is the weekly energy update for the week of July 26, 2020. Every Sunday, I talk about how the energy is going to be for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And I have to be honest with you that it took a little bit of work this morning to balance my energy before we started the podcast. I live a few blocks from the federal courthouse in Portland, and this is where people have been protesting for the last 60 days. And they're being tear gassed every night by the federal troops that have come in. I don't want to even call them troops because they're not troops, the federal goons that have come in. So the energy around here has been really intense right now. And our bodies pick up on the energy around us. So part of keeping balance is just even noticing when this happens and getting back on track to stay balanced again. So we're living in a time when it's really, really easy to get off balance. So the first thing I want to say to you is if you find yourself off balance, no big deal. Don't beat yourself up. Just realize, oh, I'm off balance. I got to get back on. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to use Ayurveda or Ayurvedic medicine. And we talked about adjusting to this summer energy a few weeks ago. But as a reminder, according to Ayurveda, the qualities of summer are hot and sharp. That's why our Pitta dosha, which is the subtle energy that controls our metabolism and it can cause us to overheat, that tends to flare up when the temperatures rise. And Pitta-related imbalances could look like a sunburn or hot flashes or exhaustion or acne and even diarrhea, cha-cha-cha. They can also manifest emotionally as anger and jealousy and impatience. So in order to keep that hot fire energy balanced, one of the easiest things to do is just to eat some cool summer foods like leafy greens, coconut, cucumber, cantaloupe, watermelon, just like the summer foods. And avoid hot drinks, spicy food, alcohol, caffeine, and remember to stay hydrated. Drink lots of water. By keeping your body cool, this also helps keep your emotions cool. We entered Leo season a couple days ago, and Leo season runs from July 22nd to August 22nd. And this is when the sun is in its home of Leo. And I like to think of Leo energy as the literal lion. So this sign is all about like relaxing and leisure and taking lots of cat naps and just doing whatever the heck you want. But if somebody comes along and pushes your buttons, the claws come out and you are ready to attack. So Leo is a fire sign, and fire is the element of action and motion and creation. And the Leo energy just runs really hot and really bright. And as you might expect, this year's Leo season is different from other summers past. We're in the midst of this pandemic, and we're out there fighting racial injustice through the Black Lives Matter movement. So this bold fire energy is just what we need to take charge and get out there and protest and be our true selves. This sign is all about action and can inspire even the most timid of us to get out there and fight for what we believe in. So if you have been watching the protests and you haven't been out there yet, this is the perfect time to get out there, to use this energy to give you the courage, lions are courageous, to get out there and protest. And so while our attention is turned towards, obtaining justice and staying safe from COVID, we're not vacationing. But that doesn't mean we don't need to take some time to relax and to lean into this self-care. So taking care of your needs allows you to replenish your power. Taking care of yourself and your needs allows you to replenish your power. If we think about a lion and how powerful it is, what it's doing is restoring all that power while it's resting. So self-care right now is more important during this time, more important than ever. So sleep in, take a nap, graze on some snacks. Leo knows the importance of rest, and it loves to be lazy and lounge in the sun. So you may be feeling really lazy. So this is the month that you get to give yourself permission to be lazy. So rather than fight it, embrace it. We especially need to be lazy and recharge if we've been out there fighting for justice. So balance the justice fighting energy with naps and watermelon and cool drinks. And this is also an opportunity to relax before the rest of the year gets going. We are not even close to the end of the transformation, not only for this year, but for the next part of this 36-year cycle that we've been talking about for months. It may be many, many moons before we get to enjoy being lazy again. So also this week on Monday, July 27th, Jupiter will sextile Neptune. And it is a blessing to receive this happy aspect because it involves both the luckiest planet of all and my favorite planet, Jupiter, and Neptune, which is the planet of wishes. So the combination of these energies can result in like dream fulfillment, with a great amount of positivity and personal growth. When Jupiter sextiles Neptune, it's just this beautiful, really important aspect in astrology, and it's one of the most change-inducing planetary connections. So get ready because things are about ready to turn upside down, but in a good way. We've seen the upside down in ways that we wouldn't choose, that are in bad ways, but things are about ready to turn upside down in a good way, in a personal way for you. So this Jupiter sextile Neptune is one of the most positive aspects in a year full of these rare astrological transits that we've seen. I mean, every week we talk about, we haven't seen this in 11 years, and this is a crazy aspect, and this crazy stuff is happening. So this is one of the times where we get something positive that's crazy that's happening. And it helps us to absorb all these massive changes that we are going through. And it's a way to realign ourselves with our true purpose. And we talked about this a little bit last week of just being and figuring out what we want and dreaming a little bit. And Jupiter helps us see the big picture and take a risk. And this dreamy Neptune helps us visualize the new life we can create for ourselves. And really one that really resonates with us. Maybe our lives before we thought resonated with us, but now our lives are really going to resonate us. So we want to visualize a new life. This aspect is bringing along a lot of strong energy. So take advantage of this time to meditate and think about what makes you happy, and then take a step towards that. What makes you happy? Identify it and then take that baby step. We're still there. And this transit is all about making our wildest dreams and fantasies come true. So this is really good energy. But we talk about a bunch of different energies influencing us this week. We want to balance the Pitta fire energy so that we don't spin out. And we do that by keeping cool and being lazy, to balance out that fire energy of protesting. But then we have this positive energy of this Jupiter-Neptune sextile when we start to integrate all of these massive changes and we realign with ourselves and our true purpose. So being lazy and thinking about what makes you happy is a way to best deal with this energy too. So relax this week as much as you can. Enjoy this time before things ramp back up in the fall. Don't be afraid. Yeah, it's going to ramp up. But we get this time now to recharge and kind of get our shit together. Get it together and see what's most important to us. The things that maybe seemed important to us in the past. A car, a new purse, I don't know, the latest makeup. I don't even know. All this stuff seems so ridiculous now when we're thinking about freedoms and people's lives and health and death. It's just some big stuff. So relax as much as you can this week. Enjoy this time before things ramp back up for the fall. recharge before things change again. Have a wonderful week. Eat lots of watermelon. Take some naps. Enjoy yourself. Get out there and change the world. And I'll talk to you next week.